there's a high chance where something that you see on the internet could be fake. And I know there's a lot of people out there who like to pretend this is a brand new problem and this didn't exist back then, but that's just not true. People have been spreading lies and misinformation on the internet for an extremely long time, ever since the beginning of it. And most of the time when something like this happens, a lot of people like to ask themselves, why would you go and spread lies on the internet? And the answer to that question is extremely simple. Most people usually do it because they can get a lot of popularity from it and a lot of attention. I mean, if you could go on Reddit and just make up a story that's not true, but it sounds believable enough, you can get a lot of likes, and that post can become very popular. And if you go somewhere like on Twitter and just completely make up a story or just spread lies or spread information that never happened, and that tweet goes extremely viral, well, one, you could get a lot of attention, and two, you could also make some money from it too. But I know community notes exist, and that's stopping a lot of people from spreading misinformation, but we have seen so much times that if someone on the internet wants to believe a story that's not real, it doesn't really matter how much facts or evidence you show them, they're just gonna believe whatever they want to make them feel better. But you wanna know what's one place that has no community notes? TikTok. You can just go there and spread as much lies as you want, because man, there's a lot of misinformation on TikTok. But I know what you're thinking. Why am I talking about this? Well, that is because one of the most biggest internet stories that has been going on for the past couple of days was just a complete lie. It was fake, it didn't exist, and it was planned all along. And that is the Ruby Rose and her extremely weird and creepy fan. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you a speedrun version on what's going on. Ruby Rose is an extremely popular OnlyFans model, and not so long ago she ended up posting this on her Twitter, where she ended up saying that she met up with her number one spender, who ended up spending around, I think, over $100,000 on Ruby Rose every single month, which is absolutely insane. I didn't even know you could spend that much money on one person in OnlyFans. But I guess that's something that you can do, and this guy, I guess he wanted to beat some kind of world record, and he was going absolutely crazy giving Ruby Rose a lot of money. Now, when this tweet ended up getting posted, a lot of people were automatically concerned for Ruby Rose's safety. Mainly because if you are someone who's spending this much money on an OnlyFans model, that is probably something not really that good. I think if you're spending this much money on anyone on the internet, that is probably something not good. You are probably very obsessed with that person, and that's not really healthy. But this just seems like one event that ended up happening. Who knows, maybe he did accidentally bump into her. After that, a lot of people thought that the drama was over and we could just go and move on. Well, apparently not, because a couple days later, Ruby Rose ended up posting this. Apparently, the guy that she ended up bumping into at the airport was sending her a bunch of extremely weird and unhinged messages, and also got her face tattooed on his leg, and that is something really worrying. So when this news ended up coming out, some people went to like a little bit concerned and thinking that it wasn't really that much of a big deal, to being very scared for this girl's safety, because the messages that he ended up sending, they were really bad. I'm not going to go through them, but I really recommend you watch a video of someone reading out the messages, because they are extremely creepy. This guy's extremely unhinged, and he seems to be very dangerous. Ruby Rose could actually be in big trouble if he was able to meet up with her again. And after that, the story just kinda ended. We didn't know what's gonna happen next, and a lot of people were waiting for the next part. Well, we ended up getting it. Apparently, that whole story I just told you is fake. It never happened. It was apparently a plan from a marketing agency that Ruby Rose worked for. The whole thing was scripted. It's not real. And this ended up getting revealed because the person who ended up playing the role as the unhinged fan, the number one spender, ended up going on the No Jumper podcast, and he basically talked about the whole situation.
I didn't purchase none of her OnlyFans content.
Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was all a hoax?
I got in the situation where I just went and took a picture with Ruby Rose, right? Like,
okay.
I got paid for it. I didn't know exactly what it was for. I think it was like a promo thing or something or whatever it was, And I met up with her. I take this picture. Next day, I'm like an OnlyFans top spender.
So yeah, it seems like this whole thing was planned, which is a very interesting move that she decided to do something like this, and I just don't really get it, mainly because I don't see what she gained from faking something like this, because I guess it did give her a bunch of attention because tons of people were talking about Ruby Rose, and I'm positive there's probably a lot of people out there who didn't know who she was before this situation, so I guess her name did get out there, and a lot of people are now talking about her, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be people out there who's going to hear about this news, this drama, and go like, man, I feel extremely bad for Ruby Rose. I have to go and subscribe to her OnlyFans right now. I mean, there probably are some people like that, but I don't think that's going to be a lot of them. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a company who decided to fake this whole event. And it also seems like the guy wasn't really given the full story at all. It looks like they only told him a little bit about it, so I guess he didn't expect that he was going to be painted as this absolutely super weird loser that everyone is going to hate now, and tons of people are going to make videos talking about him and just making fun of him. But it also looks like he was very committed to the story and also playing the part, even willing to get a permanent tattoo on the back of his leg, which is just absolutely insane. Either way, this is just an extremely weird situation. I don't know why Ruby Rose will lie about something like this. To me, that just seems extremely dangerous, because now if something like this actually happens to her, like if one of her fans really come out and they are like this extremely weird, unhinged person, and she wants to go and talk about it, there's a high chance where a lot of people may not believe her anymore. I mean, I guess she did that to herself. I don't know why you will lie about something this serious. But anything for internet views, am I right? Anyway, that's it. My name is Lua. This is just something that I wanted to talk about. You have a good day or night. See ya.